Hello everybody, Ninja X, the Enlightened Gamer here. Welcome back to Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic. At this time, I'm going to inform you that I have reduced the difficulty down to normal after a miserable failed take on Rakata. Not because I couldn't finish this planet on hard, but because even if I did, I couldn't finish the Starforge. And doing so would just require a lot of frustrating hitting my head against a wall until I get lucky moments. And since everything's on camera, I just don't have the time or energy or willpower at this point. This game's kind of beaten me down. So I went on ahead and I reduced the difficulty down to normal. Wow, that's a big difference. That is a huge difference. That is a massive difference. Wow. That fight literally almost killed me in the first take. Which is weird because up to this point, hard hasn't been that tough. But I've basically come to the conclusion that if I were to play through this game again and make a pure combat character, hard mode wouldn't be so bad. But as it is, I can't. Between the glitches and the ambushes and me not making this character as strong as I possibly could, this character isn't strong enough to finish hard mode. But we reduced the difficulty down to normal. We can still have a good time. And I hope we will. Wow, this fight's already hugely different. That's creepy. Let me free. Let me free. Let me free, please. And yes, before you even asked, I was able to get out of that sticky situation on hard in the first attempt at recording this episode. I'll let you know when I get to the point where I couldn't continue. Or at least decided that it wasn't worth it to continue. And we leveled up, and let's go over to the Mandalorian leader. He has a head, assault armor, and a hyper-adrenal for alacrity. A Mandalorian power shield. 11 credits. And another power shield. Okay. Now, I could switch over to the Mandalorian leader's armor. It is better armor, but it makes me look like a Mandalorian. And since I'm no longer on hard, I'm not going to bother with that. But I guess I will bother with leveling up. I'm giving myself night speed because if I do such, then I can still use it prior to a difficult boss battle. I just have to take off my armor and put it back on before I engage the boss. Come on, guys. I mean, we definitely have this. This isn't even challenging or engaging anymore. But I'm not going to keep hitting my head against that wall. I'm at that point where I just really want this series to be over. and where I kind of want to move on to something else. There are a lot of Gizkas around here, but they aren't trying to kill me, so I don't care. You're cool, little Gizkas. So the only way to advance is back to where the Ebonhawk was parked. And I say parked and not crashed because there was nothing crash-like about that landing. Oh! Whenever I tried this on hard mode, it didn't give me this option. You mentioned something about your wife before.
I don't want to talk about that.
I don't mean to pry, but...
Yes, you do. You may mean well enough, but my private affairs are just that. Private. Let me tell you something. Once you've lived as many years as I have, you'll have yourself a long, long list of memories. If you're lucky, most of them will be good. If you're not, some will be bad. If you're really unlucky, some will be so bad you'll never want to be reminded of them again. Ever. You'll go far away, to a place that doesn't hold any memories at all. And there you'll be happy just to forget and be forgotten.
Is that why you went to Kashyyyk?
Partly. Maybe. I doubt I could ever explain it to you fully, even if I wanted to. Let me ask you this. Have you ever been in love? Truly in love, I mean, and not simple infatuation.
Well...
Exactly. You're still at the beginning of your life. There will be women in your life. Perhaps many women. But if you're fortunate, you'll find love once. The Jedi, with their damnable sense of over-caution, would tell you love is something to avoid. Thankfully, anyone who's even partially alive knows that's not true.
That's what I've always thought.
Love doesn't lead to the dark side. Passion can lead to rage and fear, and can be controlled. But passion is not the same thing as love. Controlling your passions while being in love, that's what they should teach you to beware. But love itself will save you, not condemn you. Listen to me go on as if I had all the answers. What do I know of love anymore? I'm just a lonely old man who's not even a Jedi.
No, I want to hear what you have to say.
You do you? I wouldn't listen too closely. I'm no authority on anything. I just think that the greatest things in life shouldn't be avoided because they come with a few complications. Love causes pain, certainly. Inevitably, love is going to lead to as much sorrow and regret as it does joy. I suppose there are perfect, eternal loves out there, but I haven't seen any. And how do you deal with the bad part of love is what determines your character. What determines the dark side's hold over you.
You don't think love can work?
I suppose it could. It would take a strong person to make that kind of commitment, I think. Someone with a great sense of self. I'll tell you one thing. Sometimes, no matter how hard you try, you and the one you love simply aren't meant to be together. The trick is to know when that is. To know when it's time to fight and when it's time to part ways. There I go, waxing philosophical again. Somebody blast me already. Let's get going before I start talking in riddles, damn it.
Jolee just explained the premise for the entire Star Wars multiverse. And I love that sequence of dialogue. That is probably my favorite sequence of dialogue from any game that's not Undertale. And it'd be up there compared to some of those dialogues too. That is the fall of Vader. That is what saved Vader. That is what... that's Star Wars! He just explained the entire premise of the entire film series and book series. The multiverse has been laid bare. And he did it without being condescending. Without saying, well, you know the thing about Darth Vader is, like a lot of my factoids have had to be. Brilliant character design. Jolee is the best, and hopefully you guys see it too. And also, this game is a lot more fun when I'm not having to fear death every 2 seconds. Well, it is and it isn't. I wish I could have finished this playthrough on hard mode, but Ricotta is just too tough. There are too many ambushes. That fight would have taken 7 minutes just right on its own. But oh, that dialogue sequence. I could end this series right now and I would feel content. Because that's all you need to see. The player is Revan and Jolee's interpretation of love. That's all you need. That is all you need. I don't even have to move another inch. What you guys are going to be demanding aren't you? The 4 of you that are regularly watching these things are anyways. Whenever I started this, this series has just weighed on me. Things haven't gone right. Things haven't been as expected. There have been a lot more glitches than I anticipated. But I'm back into it right now. So I'm going to roll with it. Yeah, this is what killed me. See, now if there was just a rally button that I could hit somewhere on the HUD to call Juhani and Jolee to me, I could have lured these elite warriors into the pass, fought them, and then dealt with the rankers separately. But because I cannot do that, I just got swamped. There we go. That's a good target. Come on, Juhani! Good job, Jolee! Juhani, how could you? I healed him! What? How did he get hit? I ran away, you cheating game! And I'm right back to frustrated. After 2 failed attempts, I've finally gotten back to this point, and I am going to do what I should have done the first time. I am going to save before this ridiculously dumb ambush even happens. And it is ridiculously dumb. Again, if I just had a rally command button that could draw my allies to me, this whole area would be solved, and a lot of the problems with this game would be fixed. There we go. That's a good start. There. There! We won! Finally! Jeez, that fight was broken. You know, I know a lot of the stuff I complain about this game has very likely been added to the PC version of the game, but I don't have that version. And even if I did, that wouldn't be playing the game in its original state. It's not to say it's not the better, superior version, because I'm starting to think that it definitely is. Fight my temptation to save again. And we'll head to the Rakatan settlement on the north. Oh, that didn't take long. There! Got ahead of Jolee finally. You might notice that this area has the exact same layout as the Sand People Enclave. And that's not a coincidence. Remember, the Sand People were one of many slaves to the Builders. Boy, whoever makes Wicker in the Star Wars universe is making bank. That stuff is everywhere. There we go. Come on, guys. Come on, Jetties. I wanted to make peace, but they demanded a war. And with all the times they killed me, they have it coming. There you are, Juhani. Make up with your lack of timing with your tenacity, I guess. Okay, why didn't I jump? There we go. Anyway, I'm gonna stop complaining, and I'm actually enjoying myself a little bit now. They can finish him off. I'll just observe. Good job, guys. Oh boy. I see rankers. I didn't read all of what you had to say. Also, this is very not good. And there goes Johnny. That's not good. Okay. Let's give you an advanced med pack so maybe you can not die. Good! We killed the one! Now Jolee's gotta run! Far, far away! Very far away! This is super obnoxious! Master speed. Bye. Johnny? And Ninja? I mean, they're kind of bleeding out, but did we do it? Did we make it out? We made it out. We survived! We survived that other ambush! Boy, Ricotta loves ambushes that are dumb. Boy, do they ever. But we survived. And if we return to the area where we fought the one, we will find the prisoner we were sent here to rescue. This is the remains of the one. 2 vibro swords, 2 advanced med packs, 3 concussion grenades. There's some ship parts in here. Woo! Looks like there's nothing in here but some debris. Some stuff. More stuff. Yeah, more stuff. Even more stuff. Even more good stuff. This was super worth it. Super worth it. Glitch. You know what? I'm just going to let this ride out. No, I'm not. Lots of good stuff. Looks like nothing in here. And in the last area, by process of elimination, must be the prisoner. Wow, those other guys got it rough. Are you the only surviving prisoner? I was sent by the council to save you. Don't die! Lots of experience, lots of plot, and lots of let's go back to the Elders Enclave. As you probably picked up on, there's a sort of parallel with the Rakatans and the Jedi. The big difference being that the Jedi still are able to use the Force, and the Rakatans are just ridiculously tough warriors. And you can choose who to side with when you first come to this planet, though I do think you need the Elders' permission to go to the Temple of the Starforge. And we've been going for almost 30 minutes, but that's not anything you guys need to be concerned of. That's my own personal notification. So, Jolee laid bare the entire story of Star Wars. It is a story of love. But you probably already knew that. In the end, it wasn't Anakin's love that condemned him, it was his fear. And his passion from that fear. I don't know why I'm walking around looking for more fights. Wow, there's a lot of stuff in here. And I'm definitely okay with grabbing it all. I am okay with looting all of this stuff from these guys who decided to make war with me. Because I would have been happy to make peace with them, but they never gave it a chance. Anyway, let's go on ahead and head back to the Elder Ones. I managed to fight my way back to the South Beach Temple, the Elder Settlement. So now will you help me? Looks like we'll be working together then. Why do I have to go in alone? When I'm ready, I will go to the... When I'm ready, I will go to the temple alone. I want to enter the temple now. There are dark Jedi inside the temple? How did they get in? This isn't good. I'm going to go on ahead and save because I'm going to try and see what happens if I try to bring my friends with me. Because I don't want to be fighting all the Dark Jedi inside the Temple of the Ancients by myself. Not much to say. We're going to get in the temple, then I'm probably going to call it for today. Okay, so let's go to the party selection screen and deselect Jolee and Johanny.
Wait, you can't go in there alone.
What are you doing here?
We have had a premonition. The Force has given us a vision. There is great danger in Quarantine. We cannot let you face it alone.
You might be walking into a trap. Maybe Malik himself is waiting inside. Even if he isn't, that temple will be crawling with dark Jedi. You need all the help you can get.
I'm not going in alone after all. Lower the shields.
I don't know what he said, but it sounds like your guy's being stubborn. We don't have time for this. The Republic fleet is on the way, and we're stuck on this planet until we deactivate that disruptor field. You have to convince him to get us inside that temple.
I cannot destroy the Star Forge alone. They must come with me into the temple.
Still, we gotta stay ready. As soon as those shields go down, we have to get inside the temple.
Old man, the preparations are nearly complete. Every day the Star Forge adds more ships to our fleet. It's operating at nearly 300% of our projections. The fleet is assembling around the Star Forge and awaits your instructions.
Patience, Commander. My new apprentice is nearly ready. Once mastered adjoins her battle meditation to our enormous fleet, we shall be invincible. Then we shall begin our final conquest of the core worlds, and the Republic will be crushed forever. As you wish, Commander.
And we're going to take care of that next time. Until then, I hope you too will stay enlightened.